I'll tell you what, guys. You know, I absolutely love. Oh, I love it. That so many people want to hear my stories and so many people now want to watch my videos, etc. So thank you so much for everybody being here, okay? But I got a comment last night, a few hours ago. It's on my mental health video. You can go check it out because it's there. So I've just done a video. You'll see it because I'm in the same shirt, right? I've already done it. I've already edited it. So I've just got to upload it later today. And it's answering what this lady is talking to me about. She mentions my book, 5 Years in Heaven. And in that book, I say one of the instances where I talk to her. And then she's compared it to Psychics Explained, where I talk about the same instance, but I use different times and other things. So what I want to talk about today, because it's going to be a video, I'm going to upload it later this afternoon, guys. But, you know, why do we get so offended by things these days? Have you noticed how everybody now is like micromanaging their thoughts and they have to really, really psychoanalyze everything else that everybody else is doing? Why aren't we doing that to ourselves? That's a big message for today. Don't look at other people and say, why are they doing what they're doing? Look at yourself and say, why am I acting? Why am I doing? And most of all, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling today? Okay? Because mental health, you know, I said it in my video, I'm thinking it's 6 out of 4 people now have a mental health condition. And it's when we look at others and we're judging, accusing, and blaming them for what they do, that's when we start going down into the spiral of negativity in our own world. So we've always got to be aware of this, guys, okay? If there's a message today, it's to be aware of how we are feeling ourselves, okay? So before I do today's tarot, because I've already got the cards here ready, okay, I'm only going to be able to be here today for 1 hour, okay? Last week I was here for about 2 hours. Today I can only be here for 1 hour because I'm so busy doing readings and other things for people. I haven't even looked at my emails this morning, and I know that I've got an email there from a gentleman, I think it was a gentleman last night, who's very, very sad today. I am presently dealing with 4 people who are highly thinking about ending their lives this week. And if you are in that category, guys, please talk to someone, okay? Because the world has gone mad and it's getting worse. You know, I was just watching a thing by the World Health Organization today, how close they came to global mandates of what they thought we all needed to have. How close did it get? I am so ashamed of my own Prime Minister where he signed that mandate. So how is this allowed? Because they're public servants. They serve the people. So whenever they sign something like a bill, legislation or whatever, I firmly believe that that should go out public domain where the voters get to choose whether it's accepted or not. That's how I believe it should be. Man, maybe I should run for politics. Don't make me do that first thing in the morning, okay? Oh, my God. What's gone mad? So the message for today, guys, don't judge. Don't accuse. Don't look at those little things that people do. Look for the big things. There's an adage out there, a story, and it says, pick your fights. Pick your fights. Pick the instances in your life that are worthy to feel emotions and get stressed about, okay? Do you get stressed over little things or do you get stressed about the big things in life, okay? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so today I've got heaps of comments already, but I want to do my tarot first today. So let's get straight into it. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I've only just pulled the card, so I haven't even looked at what they are yet. My little lovey-dovey card, I'm getting told to do that second, okay? All right, so I've got the card here for my tarot in my Easy Tarot handbook. And I'm not saying I'm the best tarot reader out there, okay? That's why I go and look at my Easy Tarot handbook, okay? Because people do want to hear what it says, not just my interpretation. So the card that fell out this morning, only a few minutes ago, is the Four of Swords. If you don't like what I say about it, go and do your own research. Look it up on Google. What does the Four of Swords in tarot mean? Okay? So here we go. Oh, my God, it's like Sleeping Beauty. He's lying down. All right, so the Four of Swords, here he is on this side of the page. Let me just hold him up so you know it's definitely him, okay? Four of Swords. The Four of Swords shows rest, recovery, and recharging batteries after a period of struggle, stress, and pain. You may feel slightly detached from outside events, experiencing a need to retreat inside yourself for comfort. I need a holiday to Mars for about 6 months, and that may be just me just saying, I want to stay longer. Or you may just feel too weary to participate for the moment. A period of rejuvenation is needed. You think? A period of rejuvenation is needed. Time to regroup one's resources before continuing onwards again. Take time out to replenish. This card also indicates convalescence. Oh my God, you think? So what does this card mean to me? Straight away, look after you first. In the video I just did, I talk about the fact that I don't do this work for me. Any videos I do, it's not for me. I do everything for you, okay? I uploaded later because I've got a few readings today. So in between, I'll get it uploaded, okay? But so it will be out within the next 12 hours. Now, I've just seen your connection is unstable. My internet is still giving me grief. Yes, it was supposed to be dealt with on the 1st of February, but they're still giving me grief. So, yeah, interesting stuff. So here's where we all need time outs, guys. You know, life should be a joke at the best of time. Don't take it seriously, all right? I think it's time for us to all put on our clown suits and go outside and just do something so zany or crazy. And we may just fit in if we're crazy. But at the end of the day, do something that makes you feel good. And don't worry what anybody else says about it. Okay? God. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I was reaching for my little lovey-dovey cards and I just heard, don't do that one yet. Do the ruin stone. So I've got the ruin stone. All right, so I've got my ruin guide and the stone that just fell out at me, it's like a square or a diamond. It's a really cutie one. Okay, so there he is. So let's go find him in the book. There it is. Okay, it's here. It's that one. Okay, so it's not a square. No, it's not a square. I don't think there is one that's square. But it's this one. Okay, it's this one. So it's that one. Okay, this one. Okay, now this is Ingwas, and it's the fertility. Fertility. Ha, ha, ha. Isn't it funny how high miscarriages are now? Have you noticed? Have you seen how many funeral home directors are coming out where they're getting told to just incinerate babies because they're so deformed now? Like, this is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Oh my God. I can't tell you. You know? Oh my God. So we have now the fertility stone. And this means it's a positive ruin for personal growth and development. Now, you guys are watching me because you're in that certain little percentage of people who do want to move forward, okay? So this is for you, not for the masses that still are asleep and probably go and have their 5th booster next week because they're now released in Australia. But the ones who want to move forward, this is saying it's now time to move forward. Okay, it's all about personal growth and development. Looking within ourselves and saying, has this worked in my past? Get rid of all your negativity out of your life and start being a more loving, caring, understanding, compassionate, non-judgmental person, okay? Also, a positive omen for the gestation of new ideas, ventures, and or relationships. Great news for all of us. Yay, thank you so much. You know, if we are putting our energy into becoming great, that energy is now going to manifest it. You know, we've just had a very powerful full moon, and I never sleep on full moons, but it sent me even crazier than normal crazy. How do you get crazier than normal crazy? Have you seen the movie Spaceballs, where they have to go fast in the spaceship, and it's Rick Moranis plays the little version of Darth Vader, Lord Helmet, Lord Helmet, and he says, "Go fast, go fast." They said, "Well, we're not going to go." They go warp speed, ludicrous speed. No, warp speed, ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed. That's where we're at now. Ludicrous speed, okay? Ludicrous speed. This is where we have that ability to create what we want to create, okay? Last Ruin says, depending on circumstances, may also be a positive indicator for male sexuality and fertility. Okay. So I'm not going to say anything about that last bit, but you interpret that the way that you want. But ultimately, if we all just try to relax, don't do it. Who sang that song? Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax, don't do it, okay? Go and listen to Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Get the words of advice from that singer from the 80s, okay? Relax, don't do it. Okay, so yes, I know we've got buffering going on. So now I'm going over, because I've done my tarots, I've got my Druin stones. Now I'm going over to my little lovey-dovey card. He fell out, so let's have a read of what the top one says. I'll just show you my little lovey-dovey pack first because they're so cute. These are so cute. Okay. We've got the album, says James Cole. That's funny, I just saw your comment, James. Thank you so much, James, for being in here, okay? This card, it says, love has no need to fabricate stories or tell lies. Do you know what this means? I was only watching that Who story this morning where, do you know, a certain company starting with M, so it's not ancient, it's not, you know, the other word that starts with M and it means contemporary, modern, right? Think of a company that with an A at the end. Do you know that they made 100 million vials of a certain cure 2 years before that reason even came out? What? I just shared it on my Facebook group this morning. My Facebook page, Lynda Ray, I am at Facebook. Yeah. So, love would never have to fabricate lies. It always tells the truth. And I think that's a representation in this video that I've just done this morning where a lady, yeah, it was all right. Her comment was nice. I loved it for being honest, you know, for picking up how you say this, but then you contradict yourself in that one. So, of course, I'm going to do a video about it because I'm not going to just run and hide under a rock. I face it when I get good or bad feedback. But at the end of the day, I said in that video, I said it doesn't matter when an event occurred. It doesn't matter how it occurred. It doesn't matter where it occurred. But the fact is, it occurred. Okay? It's when we get rid of all that trivial stuff. Was it 4 o'clock? Was it 2 o'clock? Was it April? Was it June? I honestly can't remember because I don't do time. Okay? I don't do time. So, regardless of those trivial matters, things that I talk about really did happen. Okay? All right. All right. Yeah, I know. Peter and James, thank you so much. So let me start going through some comments now, okay? I will tell you all. I'm going to put in my email address, okay? My email is linda@lindaray.info. lindaray.info. Okay, here it is. I've just put it on there. So what I suggest to people is if you do want to ask me some questions, psychic questions where you want me to tap in and say, hey, should I get this, or do you see me doing that? Please make sure it's only about 5 lines long, okay? I honestly do not get time for the 30-page emails that I'm getting at this point, okay, guys? I just don't get the time to do this sort of stuff, all right, anymore, because I'm getting about 100 emails per day, and it's going to get weirder because I've got another interview about coming out very soon as well, okay? So please be aware, I do have another interview coming out in a few days, and they do have a lot of subscribers that will probably come over to me as well, okay, to see what I'm doing. All right, so let's just start going straight away through some of these. All right, thank you so much for everybody saying, Peter Ellis, how are you? Gorgeous. Sorry, I can only stay about 20 minutes. Thank you so much for even being here for 20 minutes, Peter. It means a lot to me. Okay, Kristen T, hello. Okay, love you, everybody, love you. Thank you. I'm going down through Switzerland. Thank you so much for being here. Erin, hope everyone is having a lovely day. Thank you, Erin, for thinking about others watching as well. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Don't be ashamed. They're all hi, guys. Okay. Relying on love first. Thoughts can lead us. Yep, Kristen T, to negative actions. I see your 2 comments there, Kristen. Thank you so much. Hi from California. Thank you, DJ Larson. Oh, I love your work. Okay. Hi, good to see you too. Okay, let's just keep going through. Is anyone asking me any? Oh, here we go. Roz WB. Okay. Hi, Linda. Can you see me receiving money to leave an abusive marriage and a job I hate? Roz WB, start looking around now for another job. And I'm actually seeing it not in the same area where you are. So this will be, it's like pushing you out of that situation where you make a clean slate start, okay? That's what you really do need to look at, okay? Cutting ties with those who no longer serve your ultimate goal in life, okay? We have to remember, people come into our lives for a day, a season, what is it? A day, a week, or a season, or something like that, okay? So have a look at what energy no longer serves you as you grow. Okay, that's what I want you to be reminding yourselves about here. Okay, so I hope that helps, Roz WB. If you do have a question for me, please email it over to me. Okay, if you do want any of my 4 books, please email me. I've got 4 books. My NDE story, I've got the psychic book, all our psychic abilities, how to use it and how to get them and all that sort of stuff. Then I've got the ghost book, how to see ghosts, what do they do, what questions we can ask ghosts, why they stay, all that's in there using psychology. And my last book that's just been put out is Spirit Guides and Life Paths Explained. So people now are struggling. What is my purpose? What is my goal? So that book explains what are our purposes? Why are we here? What are our life lessons? And also it has some really grade 3 type pictures that I drew. I can't draw for nuts, eh? It's all good though, because it gives people the idea of what I see. Alrighty, so yeah, James Cole, you got the album? Good, man. Okay. Breathe G, what is my strongest Claire? Well, Breathe G, it's all right that we say clairaudience, clairsentience, and all these, but stop putting a label to what you do, okay? When we put a label to what we're doing, we actually are restricting the limitation of what we can be. If I said to someone today, oh, I'm a medium, so I see dead people. See how that's limiting? Because it's only in this little barrier. But then I'd also do psychometry, which is outside the box. And then I also see inside people, which is also outside that box. So don't just limit yourself to a Claire, okay? If you want a copy of Psychics Explained, all you got to do is email me and ask me for it. All my books are free, and I'm going to put my email address here again. All my books are free, okay? I only ask people to pay if you wish to help me pay my bills. Okay? If you go over to Lulu and buy my books there, yes, that's fine and sweet. But a lot of people can't afford that. I will never be the person who says you can only get my book if you pay $30 for it. Email me. I send them all for free. And then you pay only if you want to help me pay my bills. Okay? How cool is that? I get about 100 emails a day. Probably half of those are psychic ones where people's I will go there. I also see spirit guides. So if you want me to see a spirit guide, I need a current photo of just you. Don't put your brother or your husband or your wife or your kids in there, because then the energy all goes when I'm looking at the photo. So I need a photo of just you. And also, I just need 2 lines. Hi, I give you consent to see my spirit guide. Okay? That's all I ask. So if you do want me to see a spirit guide, I know a psychic. She charges $200 to connect with people's spirit guides. I do this all for free. Okay? I do it for free. All you got to do is email me. There's my email address. Send me a current photo. If you want me to see your spirit guide and answer a couple of questions and you want all my books, all you got to do is ask. That's the magic that I'm trying to create here, guys. Okay? Alrighty. So, I've got my email address on there. If anybody does today say, well, Linda, you're doing all this for free. I would like to help you with your bills. Here is my PayPal. Here's my PayPal, just in case somebody says, I will throw you a couple of bucks just to put you towards your electricity bill. In the description below, I've also got my PayPal link there, and I've also got my email address there for those watching after the live, so they can go and find my links as well, okay? Because everything I do is free, and I cannot stress that amount enough, okay? Okay, so let's just go back through. Kristen T, do you see that the specific direction I'm going right now is the right place for me to be of service? Kristen, yes. Yes. It's almost like you're in the exact right time at that exact right place where things are going to happen for you. So this is where we just need to have patience. I don't like patience. It's one of my downfalls. I don't do patience so good, especially when someone says, hey, can you be there in 2 hours? It's like, my brain goes into this, the clogs fall off from each other because I don't do time, okay? So I get very impatient when I'm waiting to do something. I actually got dressed this morning at 8 o'clock. I was starting live at 8:30. And I thought, what am I going to do for half an hour? I can't just sit. It drives me nuts. So I got on and did a video that I'll upload later. Okay? Yes, I should have got in to do some emails. But anyway, they're still there. Okay? I haven't even looked at how many emails I've got today. Okay. Gertie Gertrude. Oh my God, I just lost you. Where is she? Gertie Gertrude. I've just lost Gertie Gertrude. I liked the name. I saw the name and then I just scrolled and I've lost you. Where did you go? Oh my God. Here it is, Gertie Gertrude. Good morning, Linda. Do you believe that the earthquake in Turkey was man-made? Do you know there's footage, and it's on YouTube because I've seen it. There's footage of a guy in Turkey, and he's outside. I think he's just filming the night air while he's having a smoke, to tell you the truth. And he's sitting there, he's talking to another male. And I've seen the long version because they condense it, right? And he's sitting there just waving his camera around, whatever language they're speaking in Turkish, right? And there's this thing in the sky that looks like a rocket. True, it's on YouTube. I've seen it. So he says, what's that? And the other guy says, yeah, what's that? So they zoom in on it, and it comes across the sky. So they're filming, and it's like, where'd it go? What happened to that? And then their building starts to. Now, for those of you who know my prophecies, because I've got a prophecy from 2001. If you want it, all you got to do is ask me. Email me and say, Linda, send me over your prophecy from 2001. Hurricane Ian that just hit Florida. I firmly believe now, with what they're doing now, I reckon that was man-made too, in my personal opinion. Because, you look at other hurricanes that hit America. Look at New Orleans. New Orleans, okay, however you pronounce it. I don't judge how people say. I just say New Orleans because I'm an Australian Ocker person. But that took 2 years to start rebuilding. Look how fast they're knocking down all those bridges through the Florida Keys, and they're building bigger, stronger ones. They know how many people are going to be using those bridges. They had to take those bridges out to rebuild because they're 50 years old, those bridges now. They're all starting to fall apart. Think about it. If there is a war and America gets involved, well, they're already involved. Hello, they started it. Oh, did I just say that? In my own personal opinion, I believe that. But let's just say something does happen in America. How many people are going south? Where will they all be going? Florida Keys. You wanted a live prophecy. Let's see how it works out in the next year, hey? Okie dokie. Just also, if you live in America, now you know where to go. Okay? All right. So, Gertrude, thank you so much for asking that question. Yes. Yes. And yes. Prisoner of Mother England, streaming is good here. Thank you so much for letting me know. Will I be good at my career? Crystal Pistol. Oh, my God, it's Crystal Pistol. What a great name. Okay, I love people's weird names that they put on YouTube. Hey, Crystal Pistol. I love that. Pew! Hitting you with your crystals. Hit me with your best shot. Oh, come on. Oh, I love singing while I work. Anyway, fire away. All righty. Who's saying that one? I can't remember, but who cares? Nice song. Anyway, Crystal Pistol. Okay, will I be good at my career? You're going to need more training, but don't panic because it's new, okay? I'm seeing new with it. So whenever they teach you new stuff, make sure that you write it all down because if you're like me, my memory is a sieve. I have to write everything down, okay? Write everything down so then you don't forget, okay? But will you be all right with it? I'm seeing very good, Crystal Pistol. Okay? Yes. Okay, please, do I have a Claire? So there's Breathe G. I answered that one already. Okay, my ego gets in the way. All right, so let's do an exercise. Oh, I love it. How to connect with self. Okay, let's go over to the teachings of heaven, how to be our angelic selves. Okay? Let's go. I'm just looking for the exercise that I'm looking for. I think it's further in the book, tell you the truth. Okay. There is a few ones here, okay? But the one I'm looking at, getting rid of ego. How to pray. What's you? Breathing techniques. I've got it all in here. Raise your vibration techniques. Okay, how to meditate techniques. I've got it all in here. How to surrender the path, heal yourself. Where's the one? Where's the one that I wanted? Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Chapter 10, if you've got my book, 5 Years in Heaven, The Teachings of Heaven, it is on page 309. 309. Okay? Okay, let's just read and let's learn all this together, shall we? In order to connect with others, we must first connect with our own self. We have to be aware of our emotions as well as the behaviors, habits, and routines that our self feels and does. When we feel an emotion, ask yourself, which is our ego, how and why you feel that emotion. Is it good emotion or is it negative? How do you feel today is a good question to ask ourselves, okay? So right now you ask yourself, how do you feel today? Be honest. Are you sad? Are you tired? Are you just wired? Because I have days like that. Are you happy? Are you apprehensive about all this stuff going on? How do you feel? This is where I put on my doctor glasses and I put my hair in a bun and I look at you and I say, how do you feel today? Okay? The hardest negative emotion for people to deal with is actually anger. Oh, it's right here on page 309. No person ever just gets angry for the heck of it. So if you ever do feel yourself getting angry, always ask yourself, why are you angry? Which is the why and because exercise, okay? So we're not going to do that one today, okay? The why and the because, I love that exercise though, because we find out what's going on. So how do we connect with ourselves and get rid of ego? Well, I've got one here, connecting to your higher self, okay? That's on page 319, okay? We've got to stop thinking. Stop thinking. Our ego is that voice that is forever in my head saying, you got to go to the shops now, go wash up. Where's the cat food? Where's the biscuits? What's your daughter doing? Have I got to have a shower yet? I'm like, I think I've got to go to the toilet. Oh my God, I've got to go put petrol in the car today. You know, all those crazy thoughts that never shut up. And it's worse at 10 o'clock at night. You know, when you're lying there and you're just going, all these thoughts going through your head. Shut up. So how do we do it? Here's an easy technique. Now, the big thing here that I want to go into, because I'm going to do a video about this, it's on the list with all the other videos I've got to do. But it's when we stop thinking, because that's our thoughts, that's when we start hearing them. So the more we practice not thinking, the more they can be heard over all that static that happens in our own heads. Okay? All right. Let's go there. How do we stop thinking? Let's do this as an example right now. Now, all my techniques, everything I give in all my books is free. Okay? I know somebody who did this as a development class and she was charging $50 per person. If you want to help me pay my bills, I will gladly, appreciatively, and most of all, lovingly accept any donations that are afforded to me today. There's my PayPal links, okay? But how do we stop thinking? Here's one technique. Count to 10. You think, wow, is that all you're going to get for $50? Wait, there's more. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. We know how to do that. Now leave 2 seconds between each number. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to 10. So that's going to take about 20 seconds, right? And you say, Linda, what's this about? It's not teaching me how to disconnect. Now leave 10 seconds between each number. So you go 1, 2, 'You know what's happening now? You're training your brain not to think, because your brain is actually thinking about the next sequence of numbers. So it's all right if you say, I'm going to count from 1 to 10, but now count to 100. And when you get to 63, and you're sitting there leaving 10 seconds, 63, it's going to be 64. 63, it's going to be 64. 64, 68. Shivers. Got to start again. Because you don't want to think of the number coming in sequence, because your brain already knows it. We already know how to count, right? But this is our way of learning how not to think. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie where he goes to Mars? Get your ass to Mars. Total Recall, okay? And there's that guy that's got the baby thing that comes out of his belly. Yeah, fun. Anyway, that thing that comes out of his belly, he says, open your mind. Open your mind actually means do not think. True. Don't think. So it's when we meditate and we sit there totally just not thinking. Okay? We don't want to think. So teaching yourself how to not think. You sit there, there's another technique. Okay? So you can do the numbers. Try and count to 100, leaving a minute between each number. That's going to take about an hour and a half, by the way, for 100 minutes. It'll be 100 minutes, so that's an hour 40. But try and do it if you ever have time, where you don't think for an hour and a half because you get into trying to think of, remember the next number in the sequence, okay? So here's another one to open your brain. Every time you pause, as soon as you feel that thought coming in, got to go do the washing up. Shut up! Nick off! You come back and you think, you don't think, and then a thought comes in, where's the cat? Shut up! Don't think! See what I'm doing? Every time a thought comes into my head, I think, shut up! Go away! I tell my brain not to think. That's another technique, okay? So every time I'm sitting, like, I do this before I go to bed because I'm one of these people that get 10,000 things going through my head before bed. And as soon as one comes in, I say, shut up, nick off, go away, go away. Pause, don't think. And then the next thought comes in, shut up, go away. So the more we tell our brain to shut up, go away, the less we do it. It becomes a routine, okay? Some people say a new routine takes 28 days because that's how long the neuroplasticity within our brain cells, the synaptic network, if you want to know the truth, that's how long it takes us synapses to create new memories in our head, okay? So it may have to do it repeatedly for like 28 or 35 days, okay? So the more we do it, the more we create a habit of not thinking. Okay, trying not to think is hard. Okay, when we visualize things in our head, telling that to nick off as well. Okay, because that's how we create anxieties where we're thinking about future events. Oh, tomorrow I've got to go to work. Tomorrow I've got to do that. Oh, I've got to do that before I go to work. Oh, I've got to start the washing too in that moment. Oh, damn. Should I get up now and start the washing now? Shut up. Don't think. Go to sleep. Okay, so that's how we do it, guys. Okay. So you don't want to get into a rut where we think constantly. It took me 3 years to do it, but now I don't do it. I've just done all that and I don't think. There's no thought pattern. There's no voices in my head saying, come on, Linda, what else are you going to talk about today? Because it's in that pause where we don't think, that moment of, and we resemble Jack Nicholson from One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that's when they can come through and start talking to us. Remember the old phone lines, okay? You got the old phone lines. Hello? Yeah, hi, I'm here. Okay, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. All right, so what happens if we're the only ones talking? Oh, my God, I've got to do the washing today. And then on the other line saying, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, I've got to do the washing today. I've got to go feed the cat. I've got to wash the car. Oh, my God, I've got to do a load of washing too. So if we're constantly talking into the receiver, when are we hearing the messages from the other side? See what I'm talking about? So learning how not to think. I've got it in here. Oh, gosh, there goes my drink. I've got it in here. Teachings of Heaven. If you want a free copy of my book, All you got to do is email me and ask me for it. Okay? I put in my PayPal link sometimes, not all the times. Okay? Not all the times. Out of 50 emails I do, probably only 10 or 15 will get my PayPal link. Okay? Because I don't want to be a person who makes it all about me. Anything I do is never about me. Okay? I do what I do for you. How cool is that? Okay? Everything I do is for you. Huh, how cool is that? All right, let me just have a drink of my tea. Okay, let's go through some things now. Good evening, Sylvia in Austria. P.S. Thank you, Linda, for answering my email. See, here we go. We've got proof now that I've got I email people. Okay. Sierra Barnhill. Dr. Lynda, I found myself moving further from my relationship with my soul, something I had so tightly knit for so long. Why is this happening? Well, darling, we don't ever judge why things happen to ourselves. We all go through, we all go through learning curves, right? How can we ever learn to love someone unless that someone goes away for a while so we appreciate it when it comes back? That could be why. Because it's when we yearn for something, that's when we are manifesting and creating it to be better than it was in the first place. So why judge why you haven't had it? But the very fact that you're here watching me and the fact that you're trying your best in a world gone mad, isn't that the best thing here? Yes. Okay. So, SS Vivi, hello. Hello to you. Do you see some perfect job for me that will be matched with my life purpose? Oh, we will never know our life purpose, and I don't like telling anyone what their life purpose is, even if I get it in a reading. Okay? They stay hidden, and it's like the old, if we knew how to ride a bike straight away when we got on a bike, we wouldn't have to go through those lessons and how to accomplish it. So think of it like that. Okay? If we knew how to instantly make the best cake on the planet, we would never need the instruction manual and the ingredients list and the procedures involved in making a cake to practice to get us to that perfection, okay? So we've got to remember that, guys, okay, with our purposes. Maybe my guides or my decised family can tell you, like my grandma, grandpa, or my father. Okay, I don't do mediumship readings over live, okay? If you do want to do a mediumship session with me, okay, let's go there. I honestly and will always be honest when I do mediumship, okay? I have had some really good experiences, like with Ben, who came through, that video I've got on Ben, guest, the heavenly visitor from heaven, I think I called Ben. It's a video I did about a week or so ago. Okay. Go watch it. It's awesome. He was here for, oh my God, he stayed for an hour. What an amazing soul he was. But problem is, just because we want to see someone in particular, like our grandmother, does that mean our grandmother's going to come through? I did a reading the other day, and it was her dog that she had when she was a child that came through. She got a little bit upset because she had an expectation that she wanted to talk to somebody else. So she forgot how appreciative she should have been that she got to see her dog again and have a little chat with him again, yeah? So we've got to keep our ego out of the equation when doing mediumship. Who comes through is up to them. It's not up to me. I can't reach through that portal and say, you're coming with me now. She wants to talk to you. We can't do that, okay? Shut up. Get your ass in here now. Oh, we can't do that. I just love that. Shut up. Okay, turning off your thoughts. Shut up. Okay, so when we have mediumship shows, right, like John Edward, he had the crossing over. I loved how he got his information because it's very similar to the same way that I get mine, because we must remember everybody does it differently, okay? One of the videos I'm doing this week is actually called False Prophets. Please watch that one, okay? Because I'm going to tell you how false prophets operate, okay? All right. So, because we all have our own techniques, and that's why with meditation, there's so many different ways out there. So be aware of anyone who says this is the technique for you, because it probably isn't. So they're a false prophet. They just want your money. And I'll be honest about it, okay? They just want your money. So be wary of those ones that say, oh, this is what you need to do that, okay? Nobody needs anything, okay? Because we've already got it all within us, yeah? Okay? So let's go there. Back to mediumships. John Edward, he'll have like 200 people in an audience, but only 5 spirits will come through. Yet all 200 were sitting there. Oh, I talked to my mum today. And the next guy is saying, oh, I want to talk to my dead wife today. And the next guy is saying, oh, I hope my sister comes through. How do you think they all felt when only 5 comes through and it's not them that get picked? So we must take that ego out of the equation. Don't expect who or what comes through, okay? I'm always honest with my readings, okay? I don't color code things, and I will never put on the rose-tinted glasses, all right? So if you do want to connect, I always say book a session with me, but I'm not taking new sessions at this point because I'm so busy, okay? I would love to stay for another 2 or 3 hours today, but I cannot spend that time today because I've got a reading in 45 minutes. Then I've got another reading after that. And then I've probably got over 100 emails in my inbox as well that I need to do today, because if I don't do it today, I'll get another 100 overnight tonight. So it builds up. And also it's Sunday. I'd like to spend at least a little bit of time with my daughter today. I don't think that's being selfish, right? Okay, so here we go. Rebecca, hi Linda, would recruiting physician vacation relief be a good career change for me? I'm actually saying yes. I'm seeing that you've got the connections there. The networking is already being done. So you've already got the connections, Rebecca. How cool is that? Oh, I like that. Yes, go do it. Breathe G, I just want to feel strong in my ability of that copy. Thank you. Oh, Breathe G, thank you too. Oh, I love what I do, because it's always about everybody else. I don't hardly do anything for me. You know, if I wanted to do something for me today, it's Sunday, I would be probably right now lying in my backyard. You know, we're already over 30 Celsius today, and it's only 9:30. It's going to be over 100. It's going to reach about 105 Fahrenheit here today. They're looking at 38 to 40 Celsius. So I'd like to be outside in the sun now, getting my vitamin D before it gets too hot. But why do you think I'm here? I'm not here because I want to be here. I'm here because I need you guys to feel important, special, and loved. Okay? Because it's the more that we feel special, loved, adored, and treasured within ourselves, that's how we're going to win this war, right? Okay? So how do you feel strong in your ability? I've already done a video out there, Breathe G. It's about journaling, how to do journaling. Try to remember when things happen, okay? And I will go back now over to Arlette, who commented on the video I did the other day, where she says, she's comparing herself. And in her comment, she actually said, because I've still got it here, she says, I'm sorry to say these facts just kind of slapped me across the face. And with my own spiritual experiences, I remember them like they happened yesterday, and the facts don't change. I am going to upload the video that I did as a response to this comment. Okay, I'm going to, it's going to be called, what did I call it? Can't remember. Comment, okay? Oh, contradictions in my books, okay? Contradictions in my books. Because she's pulled up 2 contradictions where I contradict myself. And that's great. I love the feedback, and I always answer it, okay? So I'm going to make this one public. Because it's also about when we look at ourselves and say, well, why did you have to judge me? Did it matter if it was at 2 o'clock or at 4 o'clock? Does it really matter? Because that's one of those trivial things that I said at the beginning. Okay? So, yeah, her comment, don't compare what.
So much for watching. I'm Dr. Lynda
Here you go.
Cramer.
See, I've just started my video where she's commented. So, it's when we compare ourselves to others, that's very, very negative. Okay? Don't ever compare your psychic abilities and how often you do it, when you do it, how often, what happens. Don't compare yourself to other people. Okay? It's negative. It's creating competitive behaviors. Look at society. They all want us to compete. 2 sides per team, right? 2 teams per to win. They always want us to be competitive. So learning how not to be competitive and learning to just allow people to be who they are is extremely hard to unprogram in our head. It's the unconditioning of societal dictation that we must accomplish if we do want to reach a spiritual ascension level. We don't compete. When I was in heaven, it didn't matter if it was a dog, a blade of grass, a dinosaur, a rock, or a person. Everything was equal. There was no competition. There was no, oh, look, I can do that better than I can. Oh, look, I do it better than them. Ha, ha, ha. There's none of that. So get that out of your little heads, guys, okay? We don't have to compete, all right? So when we say don't compete with yourself either. Don't compete with yourself either. I don't look at myself 20 years ago and say, oh, man, I was in a really bad way. I say to myself, thank God I was in that way because look who it turned me into. It's all about in perspective, yeah? How we look at our lives and how we say, thank God that happened, instead of, oh, God, why did that happen? The why makes us judge it. Why are you doing that? That's us judging. So in your life, try not to say why. I was at the shops the other day and there was a lady in one of the aisles, because I was in the shop, obviously buying food, and she was talking to someone on the phone and she was pretty loud. So, of course, I heard it because I'm not far away from her. And I made out that it was like her boyfriend type person because of the way she was talking to him. And then she says, oh, my God, why did you say that for? So my ears pricked because I heard the word why. And then she said, are you feeling all right? And then she said, oh, that just flew me because I don't expect you to be nice to me. So what she's actually saying to that partner or whoever it was on the phone, she's actually making them feel weird for saying something nice to her. So she's actually creating that negativity in them. I'll go over this again, okay? Because it's how we learn to communicate. What I heard her say was, are you feeling all right? So they're not all right because they're talking nicely to her. So she's saying, you're not normal because you're being nice. So if we tell someone, hey, you're not normal when you're nice, we're actually telling them, hey, you're really nasty. See how we look at it? So when we say to someone, are you, why did you say that for? When someone gives us a compliment, okay, let's just say I say to you right now, oh, wow, I really like your shirt. And then you turn to me and you say, why did you say that for? That's accusing that person, why are you being nice? Because you shouldn't be nice. Is that how we want to go through life? So stop saying the word why. Why? Because it makes the other person feel diminished. It lowers their self-esteem. And what it does is it creates us to be higher than the other person. And there's no higher or lower level that we're on with people because we're all equal. So think about how you say your words. because I really would have liked the opportunity to have said to her, hey, do you realize what you just told that other guy on the phone? That person could have been a girl, I don't care. But do you realize how you just spoke to that person? You made them feel bad because they were being nice to you by saying, oh my God, are you all right? Why did you say that? Because I'm not used to it. So this is where we encourage and we say, oh my God, thank you so much for saying that nice thing about me. That makes me feel so special. And I want you to feel special too, so give me a hug. See how that is creating positivity? I really should write a book about this. But people like that probably won't want to read it because there's only so many people on this planet that we can help ultimately, right? And thank God the people who I want to help are the ones who watch my videos. So thank you so much for being here. Okay. Hi, Linda Wood. Yep, okay. All right, Breathe G, you are sharing such special stuff. Thank you so much, Breathe G. Lopez. Hi, Linda. You see me working in something other than law. Oh, children. I'm seeing children there. Lopes. Is it Lopez or Lopes? I'm sorry to missay your name here. Got a really weird curl happening here today. Sorry, I'm just distracted seeing my hair. Get that away. Okay, Lopes. Hi, Linda. You see me working in something other than law? Children. It just boom comes straight in my face. Perhaps children law or juvenile social services legislation type stuff. Please have a look and see if that's something within you that makes you excited. Always go with what makes you passionate, right? Okay. Tina Carey. Hi, Linda. I found you and I'm following your health advice to help chronic condition myalgic encephalitis. I don't know what that is, Tina. How long do you see my recovery? Thank you so much. Tina, if you'd like to email me. Okay, guys, it's time for me to share my links again. Here comes my email address, okay? Linda@Linda Ray. Okay, give me a few days to get through my emails, guys, because the other night I was on the computer till 11:15 at night. I get online about 6:30 of the morning. So that was 12 plus 4, so that was 16 hours the other day. Emails, readings, spirit guide readings, plus I did about 2 or 3 Zoom interviews in there as well. So please know I get extremely busy, okay? So here is my email. Today, if you want any of my books, all you've got to say is please give me a copy of Near-Death Experience, Psychics, Ghosts, or Spirit Guides and Life Paths. If you want all 4, just say, can I have all 4? Okay? I do stick in my PayPal link just in case you do want to throw me some money over to help me pay my bills. If you go to Lulu, my books collectively are over $100. Okay? Actually, there's 3 at $25, so that's $75 and $60. So it's about $130 to buy all 4 off Lulu. Come to me and I'll give you all 4 for free with my PayPal link where I just say, if you want to help me pay my bills, please support me. Okay? Up to you. It's not me saying pay. Okay? Because I know how we're all going at this point. Okay. Nice to be here, says Lloyd Harris. Thanks for your help before. I'm not sure what I've done before, Lloyd, but thank you so much for saying that. The only question I have is, what should I do about the girl I have feelings for? I always say, whenever we have feelings for someone, let them know. Okay? I would certainly not like to be in a rocking chair when I'm 98 years old in a retirement home, rocking my life away and saying, man, I wish I'd told that guy I liked him. Wonder how that would have worked out. You know, when I left my first husband and I was sitting in a women's shelter, I was in a women's refuge up at Caloundra on the north coast. I was sitting there and a lady said to me, are you sure you want to go to America? I said, darling, if I don't go, how will I feel in 60 years' time? And I will have a grudge and a regret will form. So unless I go, how do I know if it was a mistake or not? And even with what that guy did to me, I will never say it was the worst mistake of my life, because there were no wrong mistakes in my life. The person I am today, okay? Everything I have done benefited the person that I am today. Words to live by, guys. Okay? Oh, Tracy Bennett, thank you so much. Okay. Hi, Miss Linden, new viewer here. Kristen Elias, I don't want to mispronounce your surname. Sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Linda. How can I... Whoops. Where am I? I don't know what just happened, but I just had heaps of messages that just came through. Okay. Well, guys, I know I've got a lot of messages here. Okay, Tiffany, how long do you see me at this current job? Is this employee going to survive what you see coming? Tiffany, there are changes coming for you, darling girl. I have a part-time job, but I'm not worried about the one. Okay, Tiffany Sanchez, I do see that there is a change coming for you. Sarah Campoli, sorry, I just had a glitch that came, all my comments just came up. Will I be okay at work? The answer for you, Sarah, is yes. Okay. Okay, Adele, like your counting technique. Adele, thank you so much for being here, okay? Please know, darling, I wasn't critiquing you with your comment, because I actually say in the video that I do, because I'm going to upload it later, I am so grateful that you brought this to my attention, okay? Because I am never going to be one who stands back and just hides behind a rock with feedback. I always say, stand up when we get good or bad feedback, because that's when we learn. That's how we grow. And if you listen to this video, what I did before, when I mentioned this in my book about the first instance, I've actually made an amendment in my book, because I'm going to make it 60 minutes and not 30, because it was an hour, okay? It was an hour that I got there at, I think it was 3:30. I don't do time, so please don't listen to time with me. I don't know if it was 3:30. I think I left home about 3, so it was about 3:30 when I got there. Or was it I got there at 3? Because we're talking, yeah, my daughter's in grade 11, so she's been in high school for 5 years. That was like 6 or 7, 8 years ago, this event. And I don't write things down because too much stuff happens to me in a day for me to journal as well. Okay, so please don't hold that against me, that I don't have the time to write stuff down. You know, and you've also got to remember, for the last 10 years, I've been studying a bachelor, then I did my master's, then I did my PhD. On top of that, I was doing life coaching qualifications. I was writing 3 books, as well as dealing with a daughter, as well as other stuff, community work and voluntary work that I do in my days as well. So my life does get extremely busy. I don't get time to write down stuff. I just want to show you something, guys. I'm just going to do a very quick, so you don't see days or anything. Here's my diary. That's my diary for this week. I'm just going to do another one. So you don't see names in there, but you can see every day has masses of things to do, okay? So please understand that my life does get very, very hectic, okay? If I misquote a time that I did something, I was up there at 4 o'clock. It may not be 4 because I don't do time, okay? All right, so let me just go through some of these other things, because I do have to get off here soon because I've got a reading now in 25 minutes. Okay, Prisoner of Mother England, my grandfather taught me your mind is a tool, and meditation helped me to quiet my mind. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Adele, life like death is a state of mind. It really is. Alex F., thank you for being here. Your Jack impression is hysterical. Yeah, Jack, after he got lobotomized. Okay, Suki, Linda, I have a problem with my stomach. Would it get better? Suki, S-O-K-E-Y. can you please send me an email with a current photo attached? Only you in the photo. Don't put other people in there because their energy comes through and it all gets crazy. Okay? So let me just quickly go through, guys. If you want any of my books, I've got 4. Please email me and just say, can I please get copies of your books? I put in my PayPal link just in case you want to help me pay my bills, okay? If you do want me to connect with your spirit guide, I need a current photo, and please say, I give you consent to connect, okay? Something like that. I'll tell you what your spirit guide is, all right? If you do want a psychic reading, please limit it to only 1 photo at this point. 1 photo and only about 3 or 5 lines of information. I'm getting pages and pages in an email. One the other day, it was 15 minutes to read it, okay? Please know I cannot spend that much time, okay? Princess Nye, hi, Linda, do you see a romantic recollection with AD? Princess Nye, I am seeing what is done is done. Sorry to give you those words, but in all honesty, far better is coming for you. There you go. So there's your message. L. Anthony, I've got a virtual box outside the bedroom door for thoughts. Oh, that's interesting because I know what you're talking about there. Gertie Gertrude, I love your name, Gertie Gertrude. Okay, reading your NDE when you talk about forgiving yourself, is that Linda or your higher connection collective, which is doing the forgiving? No, it's actually our ego. Our ego. And what a great question, by the way. Thank you so much for asking that one, Gertie Gertrude. I love your name. I really do, Gertie Gertrude. So cute. So when we forgive, it must come from our ego, because it is our ego that creates our thoughts. It is our ego that creates our consciousness, our actions and reactions, okay, of our consciousness. Our ego is what creates the consequences of our actions. And most of all, it is our ego that we must be dealing with when we go to heaven, okay? So as I stood in front of the big 3 and I was healing myself, that was the ego of Linda that I had to energetically realign through karma. So when I went to heaven finally, all that karmic imbalance was transferred or transmutated back into love, okay? So that's what I teach now, how to turn all our negative behaviors into good and positive ones, because nothing bad lives in heaven, right? Okay, could you pull a card for me? Adele, I would love to do that. Can you please email me, Adele, okay? Please email me, okay? And I'll do that privately for you, okay? Kim Sultana, hi, Linda, I'm late. Oh, well, I'm about to get off here. False prophecies, yeah, there's a lot of false prophecies out there now. Be very aware of anyone who says you must pay first, because refunds are always something that we can ask for. So please, if someone says to you, oh, you've got to come to my house and this is the cost, if you're not satisfied and they don't want to give a refund, don't go back to them, okay? Because that's a false prophet, okay? I've had people asking me for refunds in the past. They were little sods who just didn't want to pay. But at the end of the day, that's for me not to judge them, right? Not everyone can afford it. So don't feel compelled with these people out there now coming out with all their new techniques and stuff. Have you noticed how many are coming out now? Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Now, Alex F., thank you so much for all you're doing. Is AK Capricorn feeling intention towards me genuine? Farida Alai? The answer there is yes. Okay. Yes, I'm getting yes. Okay. Rebecca, thank you. Linda, I'm here, not judging, still a fan. Thank you so much, Adele. You know, I love you, gorgeous. Have you got my books? Email me, Adele. I'm happy to send you all my books, because I think you have got them because you quoted them in that comment. Did you get your internet fixed? Rebecca, no, I haven't got my internet fixed. It was supposed to be fixed on the 1st of February, and I've actually now given up. I'm on free service because I'm not paying for this, and I'm waiting now for them to ring me. I've actually got them on record because I tape everything. I've got them on record where they say, I will ring you back in 2 days to sort this out. I'm still waiting on the call. And now today is the 12th of February. Yeah, so, hey, I'm on free internet at this point. Okay. Del, we are all a cell in the body of all that is. Each are of equal importance. Yes. All right. So, guys, you've got my, hi, here we go. Zora Bell, hi, Linda. I loved hearing about your near-death experience. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm so glad you do these live readings. I'm experiencing long-term pain in my body. I feel it might come from another lifetime inside. Zora Bell 123, please email me. Okay, I do have to get off here now, guys. Okay, I've got to go because I've got a reading now in 20 minutes. Please know if you want me to answer any of your questions. If you've asked questions here today and I haven't answered them, please email me. Please restrict your lines of information. If you want me to see your spirit guide, all you've got to do is say, I'll give you consent to tell me what my spirit guide is. If you want any of my books, just say, please give me spirit guides, psychics, ghost, or my NDE story. Or if you want all four, just ask me for all four. Okay? I do stick on my PayPal link just in case you do want to help me pay my bills. Okay? Thank you so much for all your support. Okay? I do have to get off here. Next week, let me just have a look. Yep, next week I've got nothing booked for Sunday yet. So I can stay longer. Yay! All right, my daughter will be with her dad next Sunday, so I can be longer on here to answer all your questions, etc. And I'll also think of some really cool some development games that we can play as well next week. So stay tuned, guys, okay? Okay, have a good time zone, everyone, says Lloyd Harris. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I love you all, okay? Be safe, be sane, and most of all, stay in love with yourself and others. I've got to run. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.